Okay, it's just after 9:45 on Saturday, mile 0. Let's go hit the trail. Been on trail now for probably a little over a mile. I probably won't end up checking my mileage until I'm at lunch. This is a section I've done before, so I kind of know where I'm at. But the weather's more beautiful than I remember, and the trail is actually pretty easy. Easily graded, that is, compared to the stuff I've been doing in the Spring Mountains with the Spring Mountain Traverse. This is graded for horses as well as people, so it's much nicer to walk on. Just about mile 5. Been out for an hour and a half, probably a little less. I haven't really bothered to check what time it is. Looking to do anywhere from like 13 to 17 miles after the dog takes a pee, apparently. It'll put me in a good spot to kind of finish on time and build up a cushion. But I do have to be back at work eventually, so might push for a big mile day. Watching my knee, doesn't hurt right now. I did injure it about 4 weeks ago. I hurt my LCL, so I'm just making sure I don't re-injure it. But right now it feels good, so keep going until it's sore, and then I'll take a break. Should be having lunch here in a couple hours or so. I just pounded some food and drink while walking, so feeling pretty good right now, and keep on going. Taking first break, we're at like mile 6. It's just hot, and this is the super dry stretch. We started out here on purpose, so we're just gonna take it easy. Probably end up dry camping tonight, and then first thing tomorrow morning we'll go down to Spooner Lake and pick up some more water, and that should be fine. We should not have any water issues after today, so first day grind, but it's whatever. And I laid down right in the sun. There we go. Now I can talk to you. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Cruising at like 3.3, 3.5 or something like that, so really just cruisy, feels good. I'm just letting the dog cool down, let myself cool down. I'll probably eat lunch here in a sec and just chilling. Just put away all the lunch stuff. I may or may not have woken myself up snoring. First view though of the Desolation Wilderness on the other side of the lake, like the last third of the hike. Looks like there's really not that much snow. Far different than earlier in the year when we got off trail, so I'm looking forward to it. Still on track to finish about where I want to today. I think we're going to be pushing uphill for about another 5 miles. But it's pretty mild-ish, and it's kind of meanders up, down, not too bad. And then we should be downhill for the rest of the day. Ripley, I think if you had his trail name, it'd be Steam Train. Alright, he's off leash because he's shade jumping, so it's easier for him to be off leash. It's safer for his feet, so he doesn't really go anywhere. Tahoe City is where I sent my resupply box to. It's 73 miles away. Spooner Summit is the second campsite I used when I came up here last time. Tahoe Meadows, that's where I'll probably end up tomorrow night, I'm thinking. We shall see. Moseying on through this section. I'm in like the teens somewhere, low teens. Dog's huffing and puffing away. Just stopped for a water break for him. Should be done hiking in about 2 to 3 hours, something like that. And then still have plenty of time to sit around camp and do absolutely nothing. I am going to end up stretching my knee. I took an ibuprofen. It's a weird pain. It only hurts when I move it, like I rotate it, but not when I bend it, if that makes sense. So I'll be stretching that at camp and giving myself a little bit of a knee massage. And everything else is going great. I started way over there at 9:45. Emerald Bay and the Desolation Wilderness. And then Tahoe City's out there somewhere where I'll go into town and get my resupply. be rolling into camp the next 2.5 miles here. That is where I'll be tomorrow. We got a ridge walk that. There's a campground up there I'm gonna get some water from after I get water from Spooner Lake down here. And then hopefully shoot over to the other side, drop down to the Twin Lakes tomorrow around evening time or lunch. Swim a little bit, let the dog cool down. I'm sure he'll be hot. And then, yeah, from there we'll set up camp at the 17-mile mark from tomorrow. Getting closer. Just 1 mile to go, and then I can give these dogs a rest. And that dog too. Okie dokie. That's one bear bag hung. This is sometimes referred to as a PCT style. Basically, no matter what you do to this rope, it's only gonna pull the bags back up the tree, which is kind of cool. So it's a lot easier to do. All right, all bear bags are hung. Probably too close to camp, but that's the best tree there is out here. It's the highest one with the best branch, so as it is what it is. Maybe I can go defend our food tonight. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Now it's time to take this little puppy to bed who can hardly keep his eyes open. So, using my Sierra Designs high route. It's only a one-person tent. I do wish it was a bit bigger on the inside because I have the dog, but fortunately he thinks he's a wild animal, so I have that open. And then if the mosquitoes get bad or weather or whatever, I can open the mesh, pull him inside with me, and then zip this shut. But he'll be either sleeping at my feet or on top of me, so not ideal. I do wish they made a 2-person version, or like a 1.5 person version would be frickin' awesome. Sierra Designs, do it. It'd be awesome. That's all that's left of camp. Now we're gonna keep going and go get some water. Not even a mile in today yet. Just kind of taking it slow, letting my knee warm back up. It hurt like a motherfucker last night. Stretched it against my will, made it feel a little bit better. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a your knee hurts really bad at the end of every day kind of situation, and just stretch it and baby it. But I'm not even taking ibuprofen yet, so pretty good. It's going pretty okay. Heading down to Spooner Lake to get some water. And then from there, we're gonna head up to like the ski resort in Twin Lakes. I'm hoping to have like lunch or afternoon lunch, whatever it ends up being, at Twin Lakes. Let the dog swim because he's pretty dusty. It's a very dusty section of trail, and I wouldn't mind swimming and cleaning off my legs because they're dirty. It's funny too. I ended up running out of water last night like I knew I would, which is fine because I was pretty hydrated to begin with. But because of that, I'm not carrying any water. And my pack probably weighs like 13 pounds. So it should make the 1 mile trek down to the lake pretty great. Spooner Lake. We're 5.2 miles into today, and we're like 1.7 or 9 from our high point of the day as well, which is pretty cool. Basically I want to get up there. I might have lunch, I'm actually pretty hungry, or eat my other snack, and then from there drop down to Twin Lakes, which I think is like 4 miles from the top, but it's all downhill, so it should go by pretty quick. Just sitting here in the shade, taking a little bit of a break, and just kind of moseying along. I think I'm averaging a lot faster than I thought I would today. Well, actually I slowed down a bit, so I'm averaging 3 miles an hour, which isn't great, but I mean, I'm just taking it slow and I'll still be able to finish with plenty of time and probably still end up doing bonus miles. So all in all, doing pretty well. So that's what I'm going to have to head up here in a little bit. This is probably one of my favorite sections of trail from last time. It's all exposed with a view the whole time. That's the direction I'm trekking. Should be at the high point for today pretty quickly. The peninsula is the Nevada-California border. And then Tahoe City is about there. I estimate I'll be there in 3 days, including today. This area through here is super mellow. So I should be able to do that whole section in a day from that road to Tahoe City. So we shall see. Mountain Rose is hidden on the other side of here. That is the high point for the trail. And then work our way all the way around back to South Lake Tahoe. Pretty crazy how far we've gone so fast. Just woke up from today's nap, and we're sitting at about 9.5 miles for today so far. Goal is still 17, so we're on track to finish before the time we finished yesterday, actually, which is pretty cool. Kind of want to pull a 20 today because a lot of our day is going to be downhill after this last push for like a little bit of uphill. So that put me in good position to do relay peak tomorrow before lunchtime, which would be awesome because then it's just all cruisy downhill after that. So thinking about pushing maybe a big day today. I'm not too sure. Pretty tired as it is, but we'll see. You're so cool, dude. Another gear failure news. My Sawyer micro squeeze is like a trickle compared to the normal flow rate, and I back flushed it like 3 times this trip, and like with the plunger before I left, so that's cool.
Good morning. So it's about 6:30 in the morning. I slept so good last night. I was exhausted. Ended up doing about 16 trail miles yesterday, but our little detour to Spooner Lake to get water made it like 19. So we hiked quite a bit yesterday, so we pulled a 20 yesterday and 19 today. 20 the first day and 19 yesterday. And today we tackle Relay Peak, the high point on the trail. I'm hoping to get another good mile day in, because after that it's almost all the way downhill until Tahoe City. I'll start packing up here pretty quick and get a move on. Wow, that looked pretty rough. Ripley. What do you do?
That should be Mount Rose, and Relay Peak is one of those guys. And then I'm planning on camping somewhere in that bald area. Apparently back behind there's a lake. I feel like taking a bath. Incline Village is down there. And it is a beautiful morning. I ran into some mountain bikers that I saw on the first day, and they were super surprised that they ran into me again. They're like, didn't we just see you at Kingsbury like 2 days ago? I was like, yeah, you did. Well, yesterday his water bladder broke, one of them, and look at that. Found someone's water bottle that probably fell off a mountain bike. So we're gonna keep this because you only have 1 liter, and this will take him back up to 2. Incline Village, the peninsula is the Nevada-California border, and then Tahoe City is the second inlet after that. Pretty awesome. On the approach to Relay Peak, so far the grade is very easy, so I don't know if it'll be like this the whole way, or if it gets gnarly at the end. We shall see. So I'm just walking, admiring the view. I'm like, wow, that mountain's beautiful. And then I realize this trail wraps around and goes right through that cut. Frickin' awesome. There's apparently a waterfall up here too, so if it's not crowded, I might at least take my shirt off and kind of cool down a bit. Let the dog do the same. And continue on towards camp, which today could be on a little bit of a pond lake thing. That's spring fed, so might get a chance to actually take a bath tonight, which would be awesome. Not to nerd out or anything, but that entire boulder is all volcanic breccia that was ejected from that volcano. Volcano? Breccia. Dog for scale. So we just started the climb up to Relay Peak. Well, we've been starting it. We're almost done. We're a couple hundred feet from the top. It's just super exposed, and it's the hottest part of the day, which is not convenient, but it is what it is. Taking a shade break, water break, and should be up there in a little bit. There's a glider up there. gaining some elevation on the thermals. Pretty damn cool. Is this normal? Huh. We are 1/10 of a mile from camp. I'm carrying Ripley's pack because he's pretty tired, so I'm being a good dog dad. Apparently, I'm not going to camp next to Gray Lake because it's like a mile off trail and I just don't feel like doing it. I'm tired. I'm pretty close to pulling a 20 today, so I talked to another guy whose name is Ryan. He's through hiking Clockwise, started in Tahoe City 2 days ago, and he recommended that I camp along this spring over here. So we shall see. He showed me a picture of it. It looked pretty sweet, has a lake view, and it might even have service, so I can tell some people I'm not dead who I don't have their number on the inReach. So I found the spring. I'm excited. Now I just gotta find out where he camped. He said the spring was to the right of him when he camped, so I'm thinking he's over here somewhere. So I was about to take this not a bad consolation prize, and then I found where he camped. I was close. It's getting about that time. Bed's made. Did some hiker laundry, and got a little bit of a bath in as well. Might have started shivering. Water was pretty cold. Now I'm just getting everything ready for tonight. I'm gonna hang the bear bags and start heading to bed. You're not gonna be eating me tonight, fuckers. Ripley, you ready to go hiking? You ready to go for a walk? No? Okay, we'll go back to bed. Are you ready to go hiking yet? No? Okay. This morning so far has been incredibly scenic and super mellow trail, just kind of following the contour across this ridgeline basically. Looking at pulling about an 18 today. Bonus miles are always acceptable, of course. I'm trying to get to the next water source basically, so I have an 18-mile water carry just to get there. So all up we're carrying 7 liters between the two of us, which should be plenty to get us there. We should dip down into the trees pretty quick too, so that'll help conserve more water. And our net today is a negative elevation, so we should be going down most of the day. There's a couple up and downs we have to do, but nothing nearly as difficult as yesterday when we did Relay Peak, and we pulled 20 yesterday. So looking forward to today, to say the least. And then tomorrow, depending on how far I push it today, I should have a maximum of a 13er into Tahoe City, so I can pick up my resupply, stop at Alpenglow Outfitters or something like that, and pick up a new filter, maybe get a burger and a beer, or a few. So looking forward to tomorrow as well. So that's gonna get me through today and just help me pull out those cruising miles. Here's my view. Okay, that marina right there is Tahoe City, about a day and a half away. I just crossed into California from Nevada. So, one border crossing down, one to go. This is like the best sight I've ever seen. Just did an 11-mile dry section in the heat, like no shade, super fucking hot, and running low on filtered water, so thank you, TRTA. I greatly appreciate it, and your members. Here's a little geologic background for you nerds out there like me. Well, wow. Well, I can't say I've ever hiked through an active logging site, but now I can. And I have to say, it smells pretty damn good. They're leaving behind all the super old growth, like the old sequoias and the really old sugar pines and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Thin out the forest, help prevent forest fires down the road, and then rejuvenate and let some new growth come in. So here's what logged forest looks like. That's what unlogged forest looks like. So, I'm carrying Ripley's pack, and I have been for about the past 9 miles. And it was really fucking hot today. I'm sitting next to the first water source in 17 miles. We got 0.5 miles to go, and there's a thunderstorm moving in, so I need to hurry the hell up and set my tent up.
I don't think I've ever eaten that much tuna in one setting.
Damn. I'm so over this filter, and Ripley's filthy. Nice.
Did you sleep good? You look like an old lady. So, I didn't end up filming very much yesterday. The weather just got super hot. It was probably low 90s. It just wasn't fun anymore. We did end up getting off trail. I kind of got out of it what I wanted. I just kind of wanted to challenge myself, and I got that. And the dog wasn't having fun anymore, so I figured it'd be better to stop early, stop while it was still mildly fun, and then let the dog recover. He's right now chilling out in the tent with me. We're about 75 miles south of South Lake Tahoe at a campground on National Forest Service land. Fell asleep listening to a river last night, and I'm going to start making my way home, but before that, I'm going to take the scenic route down the 395 and kind of stop at all the nice places on the Eastern Sierra. So, yeah. Got off trail, still ended up doing 90.04 miles with the dog in like 4.5 days. So, all in all, really not that bad. It was just hotter than I was anticipating, which happens, and I decided that it just wasn't worth it because the next section was more exposed, and I didn't want to end up hurting his paws and the water carries would have stopped, but it was just a lot of work, and I was on vacation, so yeah. So now we're just gonna try a little something different and just kind of chill and putt our way back home. What do you hear out there, Ripley? Is there critters out there?